So now we're turning our attention to the third so-called segment of the heart, and that is the arterial trunks. The arterial trunks extend from the ventricular arterial junction and then pass out from the pericardial cavity to become the extra-pericardial vessels. But the trunks themselves are intra-pericardial, and the essence of the normal arterial trunks is that as they leave the heart, as we see, they spiral round one another. So that at their origin from the ventricular mass, the pulmonary trunk, although arising from the right ventricle, is to the left of the aorta. And so the pulmonary trunk is the most anterior of the trunks, and it, having taken origin from the right ventricle, spirals round the aorta and branches into the right and the left pulmonary arteries. Initially, during fetal life, the continuation of the pulmonary trunk is the arterial duct. And here in this specimen we see the remnant of the arterial duct, the arterial ligament. And as you see, as I show you the aorta, we can see the point of union between the arterial duct and the descending aorta, and that has closed during normal development, and that is the remnant of the arterial duct at its attachment to the descending aorta. If we then look at the aorta, we see that the aorta ascends from its rightward position and gives rise to the brachiocephalic arteries. We have the brachiocephalic trunk, which will itself divide into right subclavian, right common carotid arteries, the left common carotid artery. In this particular arch, we have separate origin of the left vertebral artery, and then we have the left subclavian artery. And then here, between the left subclavian artery and the descending aorta, we have this important part of the aortic arch, the so-called isthmus. And that isthmus, even in this normal specimen, is slightly narrower than the ascending portion, still undergoing remodeling to form the definitive aortic arch. And then, beyond the attachment of the arterial ligament, we have the descending aorta giving rise to the intercostal arteries. So very nicely we see in this specimen the normal arrangement of the spiraling arterial trunks, that being the feature of so-called normally related great arteries.